Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Excuse my crazy hair. I look like an egg right now, but I'm rushing as always. I got something very exciting to tell you today, and I'm just getting organised because today is the first day of this sort of journey. I have decided, I'm just going to get to the point now and tell you all to begin the vlog because I'm not really sure how this video is going to take a hold. I'm going to start filming today and we'll just see how many days it runs over, how long it is and stuff like that. But I have enrolled the boys into a modelling and talent agency company. And I know this sounds crazy, but I've been racking my brain of things I can do as sort of like a side hustle. But I don't want to leave the boys, and I can't leave the boys because I can't afford to leave the boys. So they're coming with me. So they are the money-making machines. So I don't know how it's going to go. It may not turn out to be anything. I may just be getting some photos of them today, but today is their headshot day. So it's been all very intense. I've had to get them all these outfits. So they've got 3 different options of outfits, which I'm just sorting out now. And it's all things I would never dress them in. Like, I literally just throw on the easiest things. Like anybody knows as a mum, you just don't want to faff with too many layers and too many difficult clothes. So I was like, oh, this is frustrating because I've got to buy all this stuff that I'm really not going to dress them in. But I'm going to take back whatever we don't use. So we've got some jeans, and I've had to buy 2 of everything because I told them that they were fraternal, and I sent them photos of the boys, and they want to run them as identical twins because I think they get more work being identical. So very excited. I have 2 pairs of jeans. We have 2 denim jackets. We have a load of bright coloured t-shirts. I got these from Zara, which I know I'm definitely going to keep because they're just really cute. But yeah, they wanted like plain bright clothes. I always dress the boys in like greys and whites and like just very not colourful things. So I've got nice bright t-shirts, and then a plaid shirt for like another layer over the top of some of the t-shirts. And then we've also just got a couple more, like a stripy one, a yellow one, and then there's 2 blue ones which she said were no good because they're too pale. But very excited. So I'm just going through everything now because the minute they wake up from the nap, we've got to hit the road. The place that they're getting the headshots done is like a half an hour away, and I'm just nervous because she was like, in the email, the photographer, she was like, make sure they're hydrated and fed and well rested. Who can assure that with a baby? No one. So I've done my best, and of course Henry this morning decided to fall because they're right at that stage of learning to walk. He decided to fall and bump his lip, so he's got like a red mark and a bit of swelling above his lip and between his nose. So yeah, that's great. But yeah, anyway, nothing I can do about that. There's bound to be something that's going to happen. So I'm just getting organised, and then we're going to hit the road. She did state on her email that I'm not allowed to film, but I'll try and sneak in a few clips if I can. If not, I'll let you know how it goes when we finish. So very excited, and I can't believe I'm doing this. I just feel like it's so cliche living in LA and trying to make your kids be an actor, which I'm not doing. Like if they just do some print or modelling for like certain things, that would be great. Just anything, you know, just something for me to do and focus on, because I just need something else going on in my life other than my day-to-day looking after them. So I'm excited for this. I'll let you all know how it goes. Hello guys, so it's a couple of days later. Well, actually, what day was it that I was speaking to? I think it was Sunday that we did the headshots, and now it's Tuesday of the following week. So it's been a good week and a little bit. The day was very, very challenging. I don't know what's going on with the boys right now, but they're going through a bit of like stranger danger again. They had that a little bit when they were like 7-8 months old, and it didn't really last very long. But this time it's more like they had it when a new couple came into the house, so I thought it was something linked to their home and not having too many guests in the house. But this was when we went to the park, and they were just didn't like that the photographer was sort of dealing with them. But they're totally fine when I go to the park and meet all the girls. But obviously, I guess they've seen them before. But they were never funny when I went there first. So I don't really know what's going on with them. But they do get a bit crazy sometimes when new people are around. So yeah, first Henry had a meltdown. We spent ages trying to calm him down, and then once he was calm, Jack started acting up. It was so boiling hot. It was like 32 degrees, I think, and they had to wear layers, and they were crying so hard. And then we were trying to calm them down by like letting them play on the grass. And then they were trying to eat acorns, and they were trying to run off, and they had to sit very, very close together. That was like the aim of the pictures. They wanted their heads side by side, and they just didn't like touching each other. They wanted to be like away. So it was really hard, and the lady wanted them sitting on a crate, and me and Aled were like placing them down and then being there in case they suddenly fell. And then there was one time that Henry, sorry, it keeps not focusing. There was one time that Henry just decked it forward, and thank God the photographer like managed to catch him, because it was just concrete and he would have really hurt himself. So then I got a bit freaked out, and I was like, do you know what? This isn't worth them getting hurt or them being this unhappy. So I was getting a bit agitated and I didn't want to do it anymore. But we got the photos back a couple of days ago, and she's only sent me 10. That's all I'm gonna get, because they were sort of like agency approved photos, and that was the deal. But guys, they're so cute. So she did Photoshop a couple because they weren't close together, but let me just whiz through them all. So I don't know if it's gonna focus that well on my phone. I hope so. I may need to get my camera, but there's one. They did take a couple like of them on their own. Is it gonna focus? Maybe I'm gonna need to show you on my laptop, guys. Or I can try doing it like this. Okay, it's not gonna focus. Let me go get my computer. So I've got a lot to tell you really about this, because the day that we were at the headshot shoot, the lady that was taking the photos, she was actually recommended by the agency that are taking the boys on, and she had worked with them before. And I was like, oh, so did you like take photos for kids for them, or like how have you been? Former PMT, that's the talent agency. And she was like, oh yeah, my baby was on The Hangover. Oh my God, I could not believe it. Like The Hangover, that is the funniest film, and like the baby on The Hangover, like I couldn't believe it. So that got me really excited. And then she told me some horror stories about how the days sometimes pan out when you have auditions and things. And I'm not gonna lie, it did put me off a little bit, and I think maybe this isn't gonna work out. Maybe this isn't gonna be for me, and it's just too much hard work, but we're gonna just go with it, see what happens. And if it doesn't work out, I've got these cute photos. But I got back from that on Sunday, and the same night they got offered an audition date for an insurance company, and it's like quite a big audition. So I was really excited. I had to film it the next day. And the reason I'm telling you this was because I thought nothing was gonna happen of it. So I did this little video, which I'll insert in a second, that was just like the guidelines for the audition. It was like a super simple, quick thing. And they gave me a call back. So today, we have a call back this afternoon, and I'm really kind of nervous about it, but there's nothing I can do. I can't control the boys. It will be what it will be, and however the boys are, and if they like them, whatever. But yeah, that's this afternoon, and I can't believe it. Their first ever audition, they got a call back, so I'm very proud of them. But yeah, we're gonna see how this goes, and if nothing comes of it, so be it, but we're giving it a shot. So I will give you all an update soon, but here was the first little audition video. Hello, this is Henry and Jack Jenkins. They are 13 months old and with Paloma Model and Talent Agency. Their favourite thing to do is eat, and they have just learnt to walk. They are very happy babies. They've actually just woken up, and they nap between 9 and 10:30 and 1:30 and 3 p.m. Oh well, guys, the callback was quite an experience. I'm gonna blame myself, because even though I thought I was organised, I was obviously very not organised. So basically I'm gonna try and make this as short as possible, because it's quite a long story. But the original callback was at 2:15 in the afternoon, and I was already concerned because the boys go to have their second nap at like 2 o'clock normally. So they were sort of tired, but I had them in their high chairs and I was giving them some snacks. And anyway, you log on to Zoom to do this call, and They had warned me that you could be waiting quite a while. Sometimes they take a little bit of time to answer the Zoom, but half an hour later and still no one had answered, and the boys were getting really grumpy and wanted to go to sleep. So I was like, I think they're just not answering me. The reason that I thought no one was answering me was because I didn't know how to change my name on Zoom. Originally it says Natalie, but they needed it to say Jenkins Twins. So they weren't answering me because of the name, I think, mostly. I mean, it may be that I didn't wait long enough as well, but they weren't answering because it was coming through as Natalie and they didn't know who Natalie was. So anyway, I hung up and I put the boys to bed, and then I emailed the lady I was dealing with, and she got in contact with them, and they were like, please let her know to ring us anytime she's available before 5:45, because that's when we shut up shop. So I got this message about 4, I think, and the boys woke up about 4:30 or something like that. So they were pretty miserable because of their like day sleep schedule had all been off whack, but I decided to give it another go. I think I rang back at like 5:15. I still didn't know how to change my name. So it was ringing through as Natalie. I rang back at 5:15. By 5:45, still no answer. I was like, oh my god. By this point, I was just like a mess because I was kind of nervous about it. I was trying to keep the boys entertained, and I was just like, what is going on? So I hung up again, and I was like, I need to start getting them ready for bed soon. So I just emailed and let her know, like, look, it didn't work out, no one's answered me. And then she emailed straight back and was like, look, they've realised that you're calling through as Natalie, please can you call again and they will answer you. Oh my god. So 6 o'clock, I ring again. By this point I've given up with the boys being in high chairs. They're like running around causing mayhem in the kitchen, and I just thought, well, when they answer, I'm just going to put them on my knee and that will be that, and what will be will be. But it gets worse. By the time they answer, it was about 6:30, I think. The boys were mid drinking their milk before bed, and I couldn't get the sound working. Like the mic was off on my computer, so they couldn't hear me, and they were like pushed for time, and I just think it was the end of the day, and they were just like, oh my god. So they were like, just hold the babies up. I think they took a few photos, and we kind of ended it, and I was just like, the day I was just devastated because I was really excited for them, and I was excited to like talk to them and do this whole thing. But yeah, it wasn't a great first experience. So obviously I didn't hear anything back, but the boys on the whole were really good, and like I'm excited to get the opportunity again and hopefully figure out like technology issues, because it's been a long time since I've had to deal with computers and people on computers and things like that. So I feel very behind in the times. But anyway, it was a fun experience, and I'm just glad they got a call back for their first one. So I will let you know what happens. There's been no like future auditions for anything yet, so yeah, we'll see what happens. But I'm excited for this little journey, and they're probably going to grow a load of hair now, the boys, and then I'll have to get new headshots. But for now, we'll just see what happens, if anything crops up that we want to give a shot. And yeah, wish us luck, because I'd love to take you all on like a behind the scenes for a day at like a shoot or something. How cool would that be? But yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe nothing will come of it, but I'm hopeful that one job may come out of it. Yeah, sorry, this video was very different to my normal ones, but I wanted to update you all with a little bit what's been going on in my life other than just my day-to-day looking after the boys. So I hope you all enjoyed this little bit of change of scenery, and I will see you next week for I'm not sure what yet, but definitely more content with the boys in. Okay, so see you then, bye.